What brings you joy, and what are you passionate about today?
Since being in recovery, I find joy in being a mother and just, building a community of sober people, a network. That's my passion right now, is to be a mom and to be in the sober community in Brainerd.
So you find joy in being a mom now? Does that mean you didn't before?
No, I didn't. It didn't. I always have had joy. It was just, Sorry.
No, see, we get to edit this out.
I find joy. I did find joy back then. It's just when you're controlled by a substance, your focus on what is important is not what needs to be.
Yeah.
My son is my world, but when I was addicted, that was my world. So he always came second, and it just wasn't. It wasn't as enjoyable as it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you enjoy the joy.
Yeah.
Now you enjoy pure joy.
Yeah.
The real joy.
I enjoy the struggles of being a mom. I enjoy, the duties of being a mom, and obviously being his mom is fun. So it's
he's a
good
great kid.
Yeah.
He's all boy.
Yeah, he
all
is.
Kid.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you remember about your early life that shaped who you are today?
I really feel like I had a good bringing up. I'm the youngest of 6. I have a twin sister. I have 4 sisters and 1 brother.
I didn't know you had such a big family.
Yeah.
I knew you had a twin sister.
Yeah.
And another sister.
Yeah.
6.
It was a big family. My dad passed away in a car accident when I was 13 years old, and that's what really started changing my life. I started rebelling. I mean, I don't wish that on any parent, that they lose their spouse and then their kids rebel from it. 2 weeks after my dad died, I started smoking weed, partying, drinking.
Had you touched that stuff before that?
No.
No, not at all?
No.
But 2 weeks later, it found you.
Yeah. And, I mean, it wasn't, I'm not going to say, oh, my dad died, so I smoked weed.
No.
It was just a perfect storm for perfect situation where these new kids from down in the cities, these boys came up to the mine pits and started swimming and like camping, and we started hanging out with them, and they were smoking weed already. And then my dad died, and then it just kind of escalated from there. So it was like literally a perfect storm.
Well, if the devil were more obvious, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It was perfect trickery.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're 13 when that happened.
Yeah. And then we did struggle. We struggled a lot after my dad died. He was the main provider. So my mom had to start doing that. Then we lost our house in the 2008 when everything,
that bubble?
Yeah, when everything collapsed, everything fell apart. We lost our house.
In 2008?
Yeah.
So what year was it when he passed?
2005.
5, so 3 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a lot.
That is a lot. And you're the youngest, right?
I'm the youngest. Okay. Yeah, me and my twin sister. I think I was 17. So I might have been 14 when my dad died. And it'll be 20 years in October.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's just, I don't feel bad about it or anything like that, or use that. I didn't know that was the reason why I was doing all that stuff, but I can look back and see that now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I hate that. That's what I keep thinking to myself. This is all an accident.
Right.
We did not intend.
No.
Of course we didn't.
But God finds us where He needs to, too.
Yeah.
And us going through this can help other people now.
Right.
We can be my friend. So my family friend just went to jail this last weekend, and his sister reached out. We haven't talked in years. It's just we just haven't, grown apart. People get older. And she was like, I'm waving my white flag, my family white flag. What do we do? And just to be able to give her advice and to tell her what I would do in this situation is just it's nice. This is what I'm
Yeah.
here for.
And she'll receive it more openly because you
She's-
know what you're talking about.
Right.
You didn't just read a book, you lived it.
Mhm.
So she knows how genuine you are.
Yeah.
So it's easier to receive it then.
Yeah, and it's so hard as a family member to watch your sibling go through that. So like I understand why she was reaching out. And it's sad. And all I can do is tell her like what I would do. But if that person isn't willing to get help or think that you have to know that you have a problem first.
Yeah.
That is the first and foremost thing about this program is you have to admit that you need help.
Yeah, and
It's scary.
Yeah. And everybody seems to be different on when they're ready. Like the reason why they start to believe they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
That's different for
The
everybody.
insanity is different for everybody.
The insanity is different for everybody.
Yeah. It is.
It is insanity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And he was smiling in his mugshot, so I was like, oh, I don't think he's there yet.
He was smiling in his mugshot.
Yeah. So, like, but you know, that's not me to say. I'm like, shoot, but I hope that he gets help, and I hope that I could, if he reaches out, I might reach out again. I left him a jail voicemail, but we'll see.
I think just being available, like
Mhm.
just so they know that you're there.
Yeah.
That's what I always try to do too, like just to love without expectations.
Right. And it's so nice for people to see like how crazy I was and how
Yeah.
high I was and how unreliable and just like people didn't want me even on the same block. You know, they're like, whoa, you know. But now it's like, Emily, can you help? It's
Yeah.
just such a miracle. Like I just got goosebumps from it because like it's just that's God.
Yeah.
It's only God
It
that
can only
has,
be God, yeah.
has changed my life.
Yeah.
So
To be, because you said unreliable.
I was,
Yikes.
I was unreliable. I was untrustworthy.
Mm.
Like, don't leave me with your stuff.
Did you know that at the time?
Yeah, I didn't care. Drugs were more important
Yeah.
than relationships for anything.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was, like, when you're in the moment of doing it, you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking it really at all. But it's just, you just don't care. You want
don't.
what you want it. And so what you have to do to get it, I guess you just push it to the side, your morals. Because it's really not who you are.
No, it's
You're
not.
oppressed by something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not you. It's not really you.
Mm-hmm.
And want and need it. Like you believe that
You know,
you act like you need it. You think you only want it, but you're acting.
well, you do need it.
Well,
At some point,
yeah,
you
yes.
need it. At some addiction becomes a need. It's not
Yeah.
even when it's not fun anymore. Like you're still doing
Yeah.
it, you know, because
'Cause-
you need to.
And that's insanity.
It's insanity. It is. Okay.
What are some of the hardest moments that you faced before recovery? Before your journey of recovery?
Yeah. For the last, so I had, when Tanner was, my son's almost 8. And so when I got pregnant, I got sober. And I stayed sober until he was 3. And then COVID hit.
Okay.
So it got really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost my job at the hospital and I didn't even lose it. So we got, you know, how
Yeah.
everybody got that bunch of money and then I was getting unemployment